Greetings, I'm Barrett and welcome to Meet Me at the Table. Today we're going to be doing an all-in pledge for Batman the Animated Series. We're going to unbox this and see what's inside. I guarantee you Batman's in there somewhere, and probably some of his fantastic people that work with him, Robin, Nightwing, and all the others, Batgirl. This is going to be awesome. I am going to truly have my Batman knowledge tested today. I guarantee you I don't know every single character that's ever graced the Batman universe, but we're going to see if I can do a pretty good job. This is based on the animated series, as you can see up there. This animated series was, I believe, about 2 seasons. It went about 85 episodes, if I remember right. It was a big, long thing. It's on HBO Max. I've been kind of watching some of it. It's pretty cool. This, of course, was back when Mark Hamill did the voice of the Joker, so it's really cool. It's got some iconic stuff going on. I'm never going to be as good as him when it comes to trying to be the Joker's voice, and I'm probably not going to try to do it. We're going to open this up. We're going to see what's in it. But before we do, I do want to thank Colin over at the One Stop Co-op Shop. This is actually his all-in pledge that I'm opening for you. We're both pretty excited for this game, so I want to open it up, show you what's inside, and then we're going to get some playthroughs done for this. We're trying actually right now fighting over who's going to do the playthrough, and so we'll see how it all pans out in the end, but you're guaranteed a playthrough of Batman the Animated Series. So let's dig in and see what's there, and if you're excited to see what it is, then I need you to meet me at the table. This is the core box. It's Batman the Animated Series Shadows of the Bat. This is by IDW Games. This, of course, was in conjunction with DC and Warner Brothers and all that, so they did have a say in how this all transpired. I'm excited to see what's all inside this box. If you're interested in knowing a little bit about the game, it's a dice placement mechanic, which is really cool, and you share the dice among all the different Bat family characters, and you're going to try to go through some of the stories that are there, and we'll see all that as I unbox it. So first we have our rulebook right here, the Animated Series Shadow of the Bat rulebook. It's all about 47 pages of rules, but there are some good illustrations and everything. And this game is played both cooperative or it can be played competitive as well. So they have rules for them right here. For example, if you're going to see how to do the villain setup for cooperative, it's here. They have a whole other page for setup for the competitive version right here. So it's pretty cool. I'm excited to try it both ways, but most likely I'm just going to be playing it co-op and might even try it more solo than anything else. When you do play solo, you do have to play with all 4 characters that you decide to play with. You can't play with anything less than that unless you play the variant that's called I believe it's the Dark Knight. The Dark Knight means you're just playing as Batman. Let's dig into the rest of this. We have a game reference sheet here that has a lot of different things. They're going to tell you how the game unfolds. I'm a big fan of reference sheets. It's going to tell you everything you're going to be doing on your turn, all the different things you're going to see on dice, and everything that's going to happen on the board and how to maneuver around it based on the different terrain and things you're going to see. Here is a punch board. Let's take a look at our magic punch board. It's a lot of punch boards. Let's look at them. Our first punch board here has our health tokens. Also, it has our dice replacement tokens. So you can use these if a dice changes or something, you still want to have this, or if it's adding something to something, you can use these to remember. This is one of the objective type tokens on the back. They are similar, just different numbers and maybe a little different symbols here and there. Yep, it looks like this. They have different symbols for these on the back. So it has all the different possible dice combinations you can have. You can use those to replace them. Our next punch board is going to have our focus tokens. It has some entangled tokens, I believe is what they are. Cold tokens. Again, we have those dice tokens down here. Another one of our objective tokens. Here's Two-Face's coin. That's pretty awesome. And we have some tokens for Robin and some tokens for Batman. We have the entangled things here. This is a free fall token. You don't want to be in a free fall for very long, or that's going to be the end of your life. Free fall is bad. That's that punch board. We have another punch board here that has a lot of our different scenery that we're going to be placing down, and each one of these outlines here has to do with a different type of way you're going to be interacting with that terrain. This is elevated. This is like more of like a hindering terrain. We have other tokens over here that are bystanders, I believe. We have all of Batgirl's tokens here, and again, some more of our objective tokens on the back. We have just different art for some of those. These are door tokens here. We have, looks like gangster tokens on this side now, and then we have some more civilian tokens from what I understand. Then moving to here, I'm going to guess these are our smoke ones. I'm not sure what some of these are, but again, we have some civilians. These is another piece of terrain. Here's an outline of another like area you can go to. These are stairs going up. Here's a hatch. We have some dynamite up here, and look at that, a jewel for Catwoman to steal. Fantastic. On the back, we have some caltrip tokens. This is, I'm willing to say, either poison gas or it might be even like smile gas or something from the Joker. Who knows? We have, again, it's a different type of token, but it's the same type of deal, except now it's on fire. So it's not only going to be a bad token to stand on, you're going to take damage. You don't want that. This is going to be one of the player boards I believe you're going to be standing on at some point. We'll continue on to another one. Looks like we have, again, more just, oh, here looks like smile gas. There's smile gas right there. We have, again, just different terrain that's going to be happening here. And we have a few other things as well. Let's move on to the next one. It seems like we have, again, different terrain. This is all just different terrain you're replacing on the board is what it looks like. This might be, might be the turn tracker of some kind. Tick, tick, tick. I'm going to guess those are for a scenario. This is skylights, I believe. Those are different skylights that you're going to be able to come in and out of when it comes to the thing. Here's a safe, more desks and stuff. And I think we're coming to the end. We have blocking line here, which you're not able to cross. You can use this to denote different areas on the map. Here's smoke down here again. And we have Commissioner Gordon, but he doesn't look like he's feeling too well. And let's flip it over. And now we're on fire. We're totally on fire. And they punch out really nice, as you can tell. So I'm pretty excited about the punch boards. They look pretty good. I'm pretty excited. Moving on, next we have, it looks like, some of the maps that we're going to be able to place down on the board. And according to your scenario, you're going to be placing down the maps that it tells you to do. And each one, of course, is going to be having you start in different areas, and you're going to be adding some of that terrain you saw on some of the punch boards down on these as well. I'm going to guess they are dual-sided, so we have looks like a city street, and it looks like maybe outside of Wayne's Manor, or maybe the Wayne's building. Let's see, we have, looks like a parking garage of some kind. Oh, looks like a giant blimp. That's pretty awesome. These is two different edges of elevated terrain. This must be lower terrain right here, and you can actually shoot up into this and shoot down it. It has some line of sight mechanics that go along with it. It's pretty cool. We have, again, just another street. Oh, that looks like Wayne Enterprises office here. A blank office. I'm sure you'll fill that with terrain. And it looks like, what's this say? Gotham City Police, I'm going to guess, is the police department. We have, I'm going to guess this is like a bank or something. We have down over here, looks like his office. Now we have the GCPD area here. And a few more other tiles, and boom, we made it through all the tiles. And we get to the miniatures. This is going to be the best part of the whole thing. Oh, look at all these guys. This is amazing. There are going to be so many cool things here. All right, here comes my chance to show off my Batman knowledge. I don't got much. I'll tell you that right now. Oh, I found Batman. Here we go. We got Batman. He's pretty cool looking. He's all set to punch something. I like it. We got Robin up here, I'm guessing. Here's Batgirl. I'm going to guess that's who this is. Got Batgirl. Awesome. If I'm wrong about these, I apologize. We got the Penguin. I'm going to guess this is the Joker right here. Or is that Two-Face? It looks like Two-Face. He's holding a coin. We got, oh, here's my favorite. This is my favorite Batman villain. If I'm doing a playthrough, you're going to probably see this guy on the board. This is Scarecrow. I'm a huge fan of Scarecrow. He's my favorite villain that he has. Here's the Joker. Here's Harley Quinn. We've got Catgirl in there. Oh, they've got all these people. We have also some thugs. All these down here. Up here are also thugs as well. These must be some of the civilians, the ones that are holding up their hands like, please don't shoot me. I'm going to guess that's a civilian of some kind. This must be Robin. I'm sure it is. Let's see here. Yep, that's Robin. He's right here. Now remember, these are based off the animated series, not off any of like the comics and everything. So the art might be a little bit different than if you were to see it in a comic book. This is probably Man-Bat, I'm guessing, is who this is. Again, could be wrong in some of these. Yeah, it has to be Man-Bat. He's right there. And that's, I believe, all the ones from here. I mean, I'm not going to show you some of the thugs. There's some police officers here. Here's Catgirl. Pretty awesome. I'm going to guess there's some more stuff under here. These are rings you're going to put on some of the characters for some of the missions. That'll be fantastic. And here we have all the different episodes. This is what I'm talking about. There's 12 episodes. Oh my gosh, that's awesome. So it's going to be just like playing through one of the cartoons. It's going to have usually about 2 or 3 acts, or maybe 1 to 3 acts, I'm sure. I haven't looked through all of them at all. I have no idea what's going on, but it tells you how to set them up. It tells you what you're to expect when you're doing it. It gives you a little bit of the story outside of it. It tells you how to play when you're doing competitive or cooperative, and we'll see how this ends. So here we go. We got Heart of the ice, for example. This is going to be a little thing about it when it talks to, we are going to be going against Mr. Freeze in this one, since it's the heart of the ice. So I believe each one of the villains is probably going to have their own story that you're going to have to deal with, kind of like when you watch the cartoon. And when you complete that one, you're going to go on to the next one. So here's Act 3 of it. It gives you a little bit of what's going on with some of the cartoon pictures, which are pretty cool. And of course, gives you rules, references, and everything, and your victory conditions. These are really neat. I like how each one of them is going to have their own little story, and potentially some of these villains might even come together, which would be great. We got some bags, and we have dice. These are custom dice for this game. They're all built on like, oh, these are going to be cool. So they each have their own sides. This, for example, is a gray die. It's going to be totally different than if you're rolling the red die. And I believe each character is going to have their own dice. So Batman's probably going to have the black dice. For example, Robin might have the red dice. I believe Commissioner Gordon gets these brown dice. And I wouldn't doubt if Batgirl gets like the gray dice, or maybe she's the one who gets blue dice. Maybe she gets the blue dice. But we'll see how that all happens in the playthrough. I'm not exactly sure who gets what dice, but I know the dice faces are different, I believe, for each character. Here are the different character cards and probably the enemy cards as well. Our heroes are first. We have Batgirl, we've got Batman, and up here it does, of course, have its stats. Oh, she does roll the blue dice. They're right here. It shows you the dice she rolls. It has our movement stat. It has our attack stat, our defense. I believe that's the amount of skills you can have, your focus, and then this is your health, and I'm not sure what that one is. And it has an ability, of course, and it shows you kind of what you might find on your die, and each one of these are going to be able to do something. And you're going to get usually about 3 dice. You're going to roll them up, and 2 of the dice you're going to put on the corners. Those 2 you're going to actually be able to give that symbol to whoever's next to you. So say it's next to Batman's next in line, he would get one of those dice. And he's right here. He's got his own set of powers. We have Catwoman as a hero. We have Jim Gordon, and we have Robin. And we have a beat cop, why not? And Isis. That's fantastic. And we've got a bystander as well. I don't want her to be playing on my team. I got big problems. Now, of course, Catwoman isn't always a good guy. So we got Catwoman, Harley Quinn, Man-Bat, Mr. Freeze, the Penguin, Riddler. Oh, I like Riddler too. He's one of my favorites. And Scarecrow. Yes, Scarecrow. The Joker. Two-Face. And I think that's about it. We got Crusher. And of course, so these are some of the hired goons right here. So those are all the different character cards. And they can, like I said, be played either cooperative or competitive. I'm sure that's what is on the back. One of them is going to be a competitive side. One is going to be the cooperative side, depending on. And if you do the cooperative side, it's going to have like a deck of cards that is going to go with it. And speaking of decks of cards, we've got 3 sets of decks of cards. Let's go ahead and take a look at these real quick. Our first set of cards looks like it's going to be your initiative card. When you play cooperatively, you're going to shuffle this deck of initiative cards. You're going to draw to see who goes. So we've got all the different allies here. It looks like we also have a couple of the enemies, or most of the enemies, I should say. I hope we have all the enemies. I need to not have one. But it does look like Man-Bat's got 2. So, I wonder what happens with the Man-Bat scenario. We have Two-Face. We've got all the different thugs that go along with them. And then the next part of these are all gadgets. And anybody who has like something that can hold gadgets can actually take these gadgets. When you build out your character, each time you go into a scenario, you can choose to bring along a certain amount of skills, or you can sacrifice one of the skills to bring along some gadgets that may be able to help you out. For example, you can get these caltrips that are going to help you out. Or you could get a first aid kit. I'm always a big fan of first aid kits. I hate it when my guys die. We have gas masks. Maybe that might be something to bring if you're fighting the Joker, because he might do some laughing gas on you or some smile gas or something. We have search goggles. That's fantastic. You're fighting Man-Bat. He probably doesn't need to see in the dark, so he probably turns the lights off on you. You might need some of these search goggles. So these are some of the gadgets that your characters can equip and use during the scenario. Next, it looks like we have some of those skills. And there's 3 different types of skills. See this one right here? It means it's always on. So this will always be taking place for her as she's using it. And this is one of Batgirl's skill cards. She has a whole bunch of these here, and you'll be able to choose which one you bring. You can't bring them all. I think you're going to have to choose. I think she is only allowed to believe she can bring 2, I believe. I could be wrong. And each one of these does something different. This is what you're going to have to give up in order to be able to use some of these skills. Now, this one, like I said, is always on. And some of these are going to be like instant speed ones that you can just play at any time. So each character is going to have their own set. Here's Batman's. He's got his set right here. He's got a whole bunch of them because he's pretty skillful. Then we've got the Dark. I'm going to guess these are the Dark Knight cards. So if you ever wanted to just play solo without having to control all 4 characters, these are the cards that you're going to most likely use, are these Dark Knight cards. from what I understand, is my guess. Now, of course, some of these are going to be, what are we turning into? Oh, here's Catwoman's cards now. We get some of those. We get Gordon's cards. We get, who are these cards? More Gordon cards. We got Robin's cards here. And if, like I said, these are the symbols you're going to be able to spend in order to play this card, or you're going to be able to use it, like he's going to have this going on all the time with his infinity symbol up here. And the bad guys get their cards as well. If you play competitively, you're going to be getting a deck of cards for that villain that you can use against the heroes as they're going through and trying to stop your evil plan. But it's not evil to you. It's a good plan to you because you're the bad guy. And of course, the bad guys always think they're doing the right thing in a certain point of view. And then sometimes they just know they're being evil. So those are some of the skills. We continue with more skill cards. These are mostly for the villain. So we have like Mr. Freeze's here. We've got, here's Scarecrow with his big giant scythe. Awesome. We have the Joker and, you know, all the different ones here. We got the Penguin. We've got the Riddler. Oh, this is going to be really cool. I can hardly wait to play some of these villains. This is going to be pretty sweet. Then these are, of course, I believe, Two-Face. Here we go. And these are probably just the thugs. They would get their own cards. Now, these, like I said, will be used only in the competitive version of the game where you're playing against somebody. In the back here, it looks like we're going to have our ally cards. These are some of the allies that can help you out in the game. We have Pennyworth. Batman can be an ally if you're not using him. You have Dr. Thompson and Lucius Fox. Then we have another Batman card that's going to give him an escalation of some kind. We have Batgirl's, I believe this is her initiative card. This is Batman's initiative card, and this is the Dark Knight's initiative card. So you get two of them, so you'll probably be able to activate twice during that turn. We'll see how it all plays out. Who knows? Maybe I'll give it a shot being just the Dark Knight, or I don't know, I think I really want to try out a lot of these characters. I'm probably going to play 4 players. You know me, let's go for the gold. Next, we'll move to the stretch goals and exclusives for this actual Kickstarter. This is going to be, again, what you would get if you did just the base pledge, I believe. You'd get the stretch goals and the actual box. Now, of course, we have a couple expansions. We're going to look at those as well. It actually tells me what it comes with, which is pretty cool. Sadly, it only says 35 plastic miniatures, so I have to use my great knowledge of the Batman universe. The first box wasn't too bad. It was some pretty ones I actually knew. This one might be a little iffy. I might not know all these guys. We've got a new episode guide that's going to go through all the different people here, which is going to be pretty cool. It actually continues on. Look at this. I think it starts at number 13 or 14. Let's see what it says here. Number 19. Oh, it starts at 19. Prelude to Two-Face, Demon's Quest, Me Laugh, Harley and Ivy, and Girls Night Out. Pretty cool. So these are all going to be different characters again. Oh, they brought, is that Livewire? Oh, that's cool. Look, Livewire's in this. That's pretty awesome. We have turn dials here. I don't know what these are going to be part of. Here's another set of, I'm probably bad glare there. These looks like sticky tokens. You don't want to be sticky, I'm sure. On the back, it has just some more, oh, here's Livewire's tokens. That's pretty awesome. Let's see if there's any others. Nope. There's just the two, and they're pretty much the same. They're on both sides. So let's see what's in here. This is going to be our map tiles. They're going to be new map tiles. Oh, look, we're on top of the GCPD, I believe, here, because I see the bat signal. That's pretty awesome. We got the bat signal. We've got inside I'm guessing some kind of computer headquarters, another street, the other half of the computer headquarters. Oh, this might be the Bat Cave. I bet we're in the Bat Cave here. I bet this all connects to become the Bat Cave. That's pretty sweet. We're that way. We'll see. We'll see how it all plays out. Oh, I'm going to play this. That might be kind of a cool scenario to play inside the Bat Cave. Let's see what else we have here. We have a green area. I just said a green area. We've got just some areas that we get to play in. I can hardly wait to see what's in there. And here we go. There's the miniatures. So let's see what we got here. It looks like we've got, is this Edergen, the demon? I think we've got him. We've got some more thugs. We've got, this must be Livewire here. That's pretty cool. She's got her little electricity going on. I like that. And I see a bunch of people. I might not know some of these. I believe this is Ra's al Ghul. I think he's in it. Is this Condiment King? Are you kidding me? He's in this game? That's pretty awesome. Condiment King's in it. But I think it might be that might be as far as I can get. I don't know who this is, but it looks pretty awesome. All right, these are some of the miniatures. Again, I'm seeing a lot of thugs down here. Also, we have some cats and dogs of some kind, or just giant cats, I guess. Here's a giant cat. Fantastic. And those are the miniatures. Oh, I bet, is this Supergirl? I think that is Supergirl. That's pretty awesome. That'd be awesome if she's part of this. Okay, let's see if there's anybody else in there that I might actually recognize. Let's see, who's this? Another person. That's fantastic. All right. Well, Girls Night Out, that means I'm guessing that one of these has to be Poison Ivy, unless Poison Ivy's already... Is this Poison Ivy? This could be Poison Ivy. I don't see how it could be poison ivy. All right, well, we'll move on. We're going to put this over here, and we're going to see what's at the bottom. I'm sure a lot of this stuff, well, here's all the push pins for those punch boards you saw. We have another whole set of dice because, of course, we're going to have another set of heroes as well to be able to roll with, and a whole, oh my gosh, is this like a bank thing? Oh, this is going to be great. Hold on. Okay, what I thought was probably going to be a puzzle is actually just a player board. I think these are just the player boards. The animated series adventure game, I bet these are the player boards that you're going to be able to put your character here, any of their cards on the sides, and then their dice and things, and if you're ready of them, or if you've used the dice, goes there. So these are all just player boards. That's pretty awesome. I'm a huge fan of player boards. And we have, of course, our new characters. Looks like one of them is Bullock, Harvey Bullock. That's fantastic. We have Edergen, Gray Ghost. Okay, so some of these, now that I see the pictures here, I could have guessed them. Officer Montoya. It was Supergirl. I believe that was her miniature. Oh, Zatanna, that's who that was. Oh my gosh, of course it was. It was not, definitely not Poison Ivy. Condiment King, and Edergen is a bad guy because he kind of flips around. We got Livewire, Mighty Mom, and Rat Pack, Raja Ghul, Red Claw, Rupert Thorne, and Talia al Ghul. Oh, that's who that was. They're the one I picked up. This was Talia al Ghul. That's who that was. All right. Now I figured it out. See, it's kind of a lot easier once I see these. Candance, Frankie. Then we have our different, what do you call them? Just thug-type characters. Okay, those are all the different neat little player guys. We have another set of rings and bags, and we have a set of cards. These cards, I'm sure, are just going to be, I'll look through them, but I'm sure they're just going to be skills for the characters and also for the villains. Yes, these are mostly just skill cards for some of the characters that we're going to have, that we're going to be playing. These are the competitive versions of them. This is Talia al Ghul. If you're competitive, you get these cards you can play, which is pretty sweet. We have some of the other characters as well in here. Oh, look at that one. That's pretty cool. Let's see here. There should be some other cool things maybe in here. Let's check it out. We do have another ally. The Mountain Lion is an ally. Alfred Pennyworth again is an ally. And we have, these are going to be the initiative track cards we're going to have for our characters and for the enemies as well if you play with the either solo or the cooperative version. We have a whole bunch of those. And we have some new gadgets as well. We have explosive batarangs. So if batarangs weren't good enough, now we got explosive ones. That's awesome. I'm probably using some of those. We got the Bat Claw. We've got the Zip Line. Oh, from going from place to place. That's pretty cool. That's what's in the first pack. The second pack starts with our heroes. We have, this is going to be Bullock, Harvey Bullock. We've got Edergen as a hero. We've got Gray Ghost. We've got, now we're moving into some of these other ones. I'm guessing these are, oh, we got Supergirl. Oh, I might have to play Supergirl because she's super cool. Oh, it's too bad. I think they just canceled the CW show, which is sad. I could be wrong. I hope they didn't, but I think they did. Makes me sad. Here are some more enemies. Here's Condiment King. Oh my gosh, that's awesome. All right, these are all going to be just different cards for our villains if we ever decide to play competitively. Spoiler alert, it's probably not going to happen very often. The next box we have is now part of the all-in stuff that we get. This is the Arkham Asylum pack box. Let's see what's in this one. I'm sure, again, it's going to be very similar to the rest of the stuff. We do get our animated series episode guide. What episode does this start on? We have Clayface mode. That sounds pretty cool already. Episode 13. This actually is going to take place after the base box. I don't believe you ever have to play them in order. I'm not sure if the story connects. From what I understand, these are just kind of one-offs based on if you were to watch, like just wake up and watch one of the Batman animated series. None of those really went together. So I believe that's the way this works. You can kind of play anything you want. I'm not sure if it escalates in difficulty or not. We have a set of punch boards. Let's check them out. Most of these are similar to stuff we've seen before. We do have poison tokens up here. We've got Harvey yelling at Batman token. We've got, which is pretty cool. We've got some more terrain. And on the back, just dual-sided tokens. We have, it looks like, more terrain up here. And potentially things that connect some of the boards. And down, oh, here we go. This one I think is going to have poison ivy because I see a plant. That could be a very good clue as to who is in this pack. Here's our maps. Let's break these open and check out what these look like. We'll probably just quickly run through these. I'm sure a lot of these actually, I bet this wouldn't have a lot of stuff that has to do with plants because I'm guessing poison ivy is in it. Hence the reason there's plants here. Or it could be completely wrong and they just haven't put, oh look, a studio. This is like you can go for the Johnny Carson show. You can sit the Johnny Carson show. That's fantastic. We'll see what's on the other side here. And that's really about it for the punch boards. We do have a small amount of miniatures and I see Clayface. That guy looks awesome. If I can get this out of the box and take a look at what I see here. Of course, it's probably taped. It is not taped, I don't think. I think we're just going to try to open it. There we go. We've got Clayface. I see him right here. Check this guy out. Oh my gosh, this guy is awesome. Oh, that looks so good. Now, the good news is my son already has Clayface, so we don't even have to paint him. We can just put him right on the board. He'll be all set to go. No, I'm kidding. He's not going to be on the board. I have to paint him up. We've got a lot of other villains here as well. I'm going to guess this is... I forgot his name. I was on the top of my tongue, and now I'm tipping my tongue. It's on the top of my tongue, too. I can't remember his name right off the top of my head. We've got Poison Ivy is in this as well. Oh, man, I can't believe it was right there. Now I can't remember his name. What is this, Zeus? Is this Zeus? Okay, I'm starting to lose who I know and who I don't know. This might be the Mad Hatter, is who that probably is. Okay, oh, these might be Harley Quinn's dogs that she has. And I can't... Ventriloquist. Boom! I knew it would come to me. I bet that's the Ventriloquist. Let's take a look at the cards. And I don't really think there might even be any heroes in here. We'll check it out. And I'm wrong because the first person in here is Clayface, and it's actually a hero character, which is pretty cool. All right, nothing on the back. We have Baby Doll. Here's Clayface as an enemy. So he can use him as an ally, which is actually really cool. We have Clockwork King, Jarvis Tech, Killer Croc. Oh, that was Killer Croc? Really? All right, that's Killer Croc. We also have Lockup, Maxime Zeus, Poison Ivy, Ventriloquist, and then Bud and Lou. We also have the Killer Plants, and that's really all the character cards we have. Let's take a look at these cards to see what's all in it. I'm sure, again, it's just going to go with those. It looks like we have Clayface, I guess it's a hero first. Here's all his different cards for that. I'm sure he's in here as a villain as well. We have this is Baby Doll. Let's see who else we have here. This is Clayface as a bad guy. He's got the same card. It's just going to be used differently. That's pretty cool. Let's see what else we have. We have the Clockwork guy. All right. And yeah, these are all going to be just from all the different enemies. And Killer Croc. Might have to play against him. That sounds pretty cool. Not playing against this guy. The guy seems a little out of control. We have Poison Ivy. That'd be kind of cool to play against her. I think there's actually a scenario that involves her and Poison Ivy and Harley Quinn, which would be kind of cool to play, because that happens every once in a while in the show, which is kind of neat. We have those. I'm sure in here somewhere is going to be. We have another ally, and then what's this? Hugo Strange as an ally. Oh, all right. Well, Hero Strange probably not as an ally. I'm sure there's probably one of those too. These are our initiative cards, seen in some of the other ones. And then I believe there's a whole mechanic for Clayface found inside that instruction booklet that comes with this box. I haven't had a chance to look at that yet because, of course, I just opened it. But it'll be interesting to see how Clayface plays in the world of the Batman animated series. We'll check it out inside and see if we can actually, maybe we'll do a playthrough of this guy. That'd be kind of cool. The last thing to dig into is this all-in big box. We'll see what is in this one. This is going to be a duplicate villain pack, and then it looks like we're going to have just a small amount of miniatures. I'm sure we're going to have some cards that go with it. I was actually a little bit more intimidated by this cover than I think I'm going to be, but we'll see how it goes. I noticed Bane's in here, and we'll see, and probably some other people. We have episode guide. Oh, small episode guides this time. Mask of the Phantom. These are, I think, 3 of the actual movies that went along with the animated series. That's pretty awesome. At least this one is. I know this is one of the movies that was made, I believe, after the animated series or in between seasons. This is the Mask of the Phantom. That's going to be amazing. That's really cool that they did this. Oh, wow. I'm pretty impressed by that. So put these aside, see what else we got. It looks like we have Baby Doll as a hero. That's pretty cool. Oh, I see. That's what they mean by duplicate enemy packs. I'm guessing this means that we can play with them as allies, heroes, if we want to. Let's take a look at some of these miniatures. It doesn't look like there's many here, and I'm still sadly not going to do as well as I'm hoping. I do see Bane. He's up here. This looks like Batwoman, I'm going to guess, as opposed to Batgirl. But let's see what else we've got here. Oh, this must be Nightwing. I got that one. There's Nightwing. He's hanging out. But I think that might be all out of this box. Let's take a look at these. These are just going to be, I believe, some of the enemies turned into allies. That's exactly what's in here. These are all the heroes. Calendar Girl. Okay, didn't get that one. Clockwork King, Condiment King, Duplicate, Firefly. Oh, that's who that is. That's Firefly. Of course it is. See, it's so much easier once I see the cards. These are all going to be, you can, like I said, use these as heroes. You can actually play the adventures with them. That's actually pretty awesome. See, I told you these guys aren't always bad. They're sometimes just a little misguided. So we have all these as heroes. And I'll bet near the back, yep, we've got Batgirl as an enemy. So now the enemies are coming in. They can be used probably as an AI against us, which would be kind of cool. So this is an interesting way to play it. It really puts a spin on the game. That's pretty cool. Oh, we have Robin, Tim Drake Robin. That's pretty cool. Of course, as an enemy, but I'm sure he's in here as an ally as well. Let's see what else we have back here. I'm sure we're going to get to the ones where the good guy, here's the ones that oh, here we go. Batwoman as the ally, because they have to be in here. And here's the bad guys. And here's that's who that is. That's Robin as Tim Drake. He's right there. Awesome. That's pretty cool. We got Tim Drake. Hopefully before he becomes the Red Hood. All right. Because I don't see him with guns or anything, so that's half the battle. We have dice. All these dice are going to be used for some of the heroes you're going to be able to play with, or now as some of the enemies. These are the cards that are going to give them abilities, all the different enemies, and also the enemies that are in here are going to get enemy cards and ally cards as well. I'm not going to go through all these because you see how this works. Each pack of these cards has a certain amount of them that are based on the hero or the villain that's in here. So that's going to be it from this box. There isn't really much left to unbox. Like I said, not doing all these cards. I think you get the gist after seeing the other boxes. There you have it. That is the unboxing of Batman the Animated Series, the board game by IDW Games. Super cool. Super excited to play this. Brings back some memories of when I used to watch the cartoon when I was younger. Of course, like I said, my Batman knowledge isn't the best it could be, but it sometimes is. You never know. We're going to get a playthrough of this onto the table as fast as I can. There's a lot of miniatures involved in this. I highly doubt I'll get a chance to paint a lot of them, but maybe I can get a few of them painted to get on the table and show you how this game performs. I'm super excited to see how the dice mechanic plays out and how I can share these dice among all the different characters and what is in store for us. If I do pick a scenario, I'm sure it's going to be the one against the Scarecrow, because he's my favorite. He's so awesome. So, but what heroes should I play? If you want to leave in the comments below, maybe I can pick out a couple of heroes and play the ones you're interested in seeing. But of course, don't pick out the enemies, even though that is really awesome. I'd like to start as some of the allies. I think it'd be really cool to play as, like, of course, Batman and Batgirl and all that. So it'd be really neat to see some of those characters in action. I hope you enjoyed the unboxing. If you did, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell symbol so you know when the playthrough for Batman the Animated Series is coming out. Also, please feel free to leave anything in the comments below. I would love to hear from everyone. And if you're excited to see Batman the Animated Series, then I need you to meet me at the table.